Okay, let's get to the sky mirror. Let's get down to business, huh? This is program 1131. 1,131 weeks I've served you. I've never missed a week, you know. No. We're going to cover August 3rd to August 12th. And the prior full moon was at 5 Aquarius on July 27th. We're going to study that moon a little bit because we've got Uranus stationing here. Yes. The station of Uranus, there he is. See how big I make him? Happens on August 7th. And of course, he makes lots of shakings, lots of earthquakes, and usually some tornadoes, things that go around. He rules machines and electricals and power outages and a feeling of aloneness and a revolutionary new look at reality lots of times. So Uranus station is a big thing. This one trines Saturn. So there's a very practical side to this. Yes. We can learn a lot from what goes on here. So, here we are. There's an eclipse coming up August 11th. And this is pretty neat because it's at 19 Leo. And you had that other one, the last one. It opposed Pluto. And boy, that new moon opposing Pluto, we had a policeman killed in a police hunt here on the Big Island, and Pluto all over the joint. You're probably very tired of panicky stuff and police and guns and eek, a bug. So this eclipse, August 11th, takes us out of that world. We're not going to worry over the police and the guns for a month. Or probably the volcano is going to calm down too, and the many volcanoes on the earth that have been bugging us since that last new moon, a month before this eclipse. So, interesting times we're in. We're going to look at the July 27th full moon, which is also eclipsy, the 5 Aquarius full moon, and find out more about this Uranus station and maybe where he's going to act up the most. But for now, let's go take a look at it day by day. I'm going to run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern, and as we do, it makes angles to these actors on the stage, and it kind of generates the mood of the times. It's like watching a play, you know. And right away, when you look at Friday, August 3rd, the moon starts off in Aries, and then before lunch, depending on your time zone, switches into Taurus, and on comes Uranus, which is stopping on the 7th. There's only 5 days in the future, so there are going to be some shakings here. There could be some quakes. I ought to write something here. Quakes. I need something better to write with. Now there's a window to this quake zone, and we are talking big quakes too. Quakes. I'm particularly worried about the Bay Area, for instance. But once Friday, the August 3rd, it starts and continues through Saturday the 4th, and you could get shakings all over and power outages. And this is not an easy time. Here's Mars in square. So the shaking that Uranus does makes fires, and some of the electrical outages you see will be because of forest fires and stuff. Yeah, tough time. Sudden violence because Uranus is acting up, and he is acting up. And you're going to see it Friday and Saturday. Quakes. There's a little wisdom in the middle of all of this somewhere, because when you look closely, here's the trine to Saturn. When you look at that Friday kind of close, each mark here is 2 hours. And here's the Mars square, comes first. What's that? That's about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And the Uranus thing happens, about the same time. Shakings, power outages, problems. And finally there's some settling down. Here's the trine to Saturn at 4 degrees. And that's, around dinner time. Maybe it cools off. And Uranus is there trying to help. He's not helping up there. So what a day, Friday, huh? You feel alone? You got genius stuff popping out? Well, Uranus is the reason. You'll feel it through Saturday. There's Discovery Saturday night with the trine to Pluto. And there's action on Sunday. Why? Right up till after lunch when the moon leaves Taurus. Right here. And leaves Taurus and goes into Gemini. Here's a nice trine to Mars. If you haven't if you're wondering about your tornadoes and things, this is time to get out in the yard Sunday and tie some stuff down. You don't want them flying around in the wind, huh? This is wind. Uranus often does wind trips. So, yeah, it's windy on Friday. So the heroes are out Sunday, and once you get past noontime, moon shifts into Cancer, or into Gemini, excuse me, and it's a little easier going. Here on Monday, there's a nice sextile to the sun. You can get things done. But look out, here's the opposition, or the square to Neptune. The sun opposes, wait, what's this? There's the sun at 11 degrees of Leo. So the sun is doing good. We got a problem with Neptune. Yes, fuel. Confusion. So you got to be careful what you start on Monday. You might have great ambitions. But here, about dinner time, you may realize, boy, this thing's not going to work for this reason or that reason. So, just wait a little bit. Let it percolate. Tuesday, the moon's still in Gemini. Not much getting done because there's here's Venus. Everybody got lazy and ate too much sugar and lost their energy. But here, look at this, dinner time and after dinner is a sextile to Uranus. And your mind and your common sense pops up. But wait, here's an opposition to Saturn. It's about midnight. We don't have enough time. Don't have enough money. We got stopped again Tuesday. Wednesday, the moon's in Cancer. Feels a lot different. More inspiration. Here, Wednesday afternoon and evening, the moon trines Jupiter first. Wisdom, lightning bolts of truth. That happens around dinner, and then an hour or two later, here's trine to Neptune. Inspiration. Oh boy, wonderful time. And then here, this is actually an opposition to Pluto. So this is some crisis feeling. That comes up about midnight. What do you mean the volcano's going off? Is that a police siren out there? So there's a little panicky time here, late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. Moon in late Cancer on Thursday. There you are. Sometimes I don't watch the screen, I'm sorry. After lunch, Thursday, here's Mars acting up. Fires, fights, high temperatures, and here's a square to Uranus. The power went out. What a time for the power to go out. Here you are trying to stop the forest fire or air condition your home, or this is unusual electrical failures due to heat, motors overheating, things like that. Yeah, Thursday afternoon. Not so hot. You can relax a little bit after dinner. Finally, here's a sextile to Venus once the moon goes into Leo. Moon in Leo, you're getting close to that new moon. There it is on Friday, the 10th. This new moon takes you out of the panic zone. You'd be surprised how many people are having little panic attacks in the month before this. The last of your panic attacks would be this opposition to Pluto right here. So that's what, late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. And the last of our panic attacks. Eek, a bug. Eek, a policeman. Mass destruction. The last of the bombers scare. Yes, they were real. And then there's this period of kind of independence and some angriness, and Thursday afternoon, and then some settling down Thursday night. And then the new moon kicks in Friday. So you get a period of a couple of days when kind of you're in limbo, and then the new moon has new vibes. The new vibes start Friday afternoon at 19 degrees of Leo. And when you feel a new moon like this, generally you don't understand it for a day or two until the vibes kind of click in, and you begin to see it has a different flavor. Yeah, this one squares Jupiter. We're overdoing things, and we're forgetting about inspiration. And we don't want any part of power and control. Screw Pluto. So Saturday the moon's still in Leo, but you're still under the power of that new moon. I try not to work on new moons or full moons because things aren't what they seem and they're exaggerated. But once the moon leaves Leo and goes into Virgo, which is Saturday around dinner time, it changes. It gets much more solid. Here's a nice trine to Saturn and a trine to Uranus. Common sense and business-like calm and organization and planning comes on to you. Stay up late Saturday night and don't eat a big meal because you want to think and work a little bit Saturday night. And these kind of trines just fall in your lap. Well, there's an engineering diagram of the exact plan I wanted to do. It just popped up in my head. How to manage it, how can we fix Spectrum and make them civilized and stop ripping us off? Damn company. Well, here's Sunday. Moon's in Virgo. You're on the 12th. Feels pretty good as you go up to the middle of the day. Here's, a nice sextile to Jupiter. People are clowning around a lot. This is probably 2-3 in the afternoon. And then an hour later, getting close to dinner, there's an opposition to Neptune. Look out. People drinking, water problems, confusion, delusion, over-exaggeration. Sunday night. You get your head, but it's not till midnight, 1 a.m., when the moon, trines Pluto, and we all come back into some power and control of ourselves. An interesting week, isn't it?